Welcome to the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode 115. The first setup was submitted by Jeremy.
He's working with what he has. I really like it.
What?
I mean, if you want to like say, oh well, let's get a new IKEA desk here, and you know, and then hang the guitars on the wall, and you know, maybe change the color of the walls from green to like red or something, whatever. I mean, as far as if this is what he has, I think he did a great job with it. If you're gonna do this, then at least have the LEDs in the computer to be green also to match your walls.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Definitely, you need to clean up the paint. If the walls, I mean, you have some cool stuff, but it's just oddly placed. Everything's in a weird spot. The left side of the room looks empty other than the crap on the floor. Why isn't the desk over in the corner instead of in front of the window?
You can really have a nice setup. There's something you could probably even go L-shaped with.
Oh yeah.
You know, the two pieces of furniture he has, and really set it off into the corner and do something a little better with that.
Jeremy scored a 56. The next setup was submitted by John.
Does he watch your show?
I mean, he said the thing about the Yeti, which makes me think he does watch it, but like, what the F? Got another setup where so much potential just thrown out the window. What do you think about that cable management skills?
I think that's awesome. That's just spot on. I mean, that's the I don't give a shit type, and just throw it right there. He could have just taped it up, put it right behind the desk, the black part of the desk. We wouldn't even seen it, and he would have been, got a lot better score. The walls are a little like blah. You need some like a bigger picture above your monitor than that little picture. You
should have like 3 or 4 of them and like in a cool layout to kind of fill up the space.
It's setups like this that I wish we had the show where we can go out to the person's house and fix it for them.
Yeah, because this would be so easy to fix. Easy.
Definitely.
John scored a 56. The next setup was submitted by Elliot.
Really clean, good wire management. He's got his stuff tacked up and, it's not hanging down and looking all messy. Mm-hmm. I mean, the desk is, did he steal that from the Smithsonian? He's like a desk away from a nice setup. Elliot scored a 66. The next setup was submitted by Adam. The thing is, again, I mean, taking the pictures like this, you can't see the wire management. And I know it's got to be good because it's...
Yeah, well, nothing's on the floor, so...
Yeah, but, you'd like to see it so this way the people that are watching your show get an idea of how to do some things.
You see how his microphone is on one of those arms, and it's actually wall-mounted, which is super cool. So he, instead of having to put it onto his desk...
oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, instead of having to clamp it to the desk, he just pulls it out from the wall, which I thought was pretty cool because a lot of people, especially on a desk like this, I don't think he has the ability to clamp it anywhere. I like that he has the dedicated console station on the right side for him to play PS4, and then on the left he's focused on an ultra-wide, straightforward. Everything's really nice and easy to use, follows the theme really well, and then the left side, like the left side of the actual room, it's just super nice. I love how everything is nicely displayed, from pop vinyls to all different action figures, books, movies. Everything you can think of is set up nicely. Adam scored a 92. The next setup was submitted by Austin. I mean, this is a very interesting setup. A very thick piece of wood for the desk.
Right. Yeah, it's nice though. I mean, he's got a good idea. He's obviously using what he has in his house or in his garage. He brought it in and that's half the fun, creating something that's not common, unique, being unique with your setup.
Yeah.
And I like that.
I think the desktop is very underwhelming. There's not a lot going on. It should be centered to the main display, especially if that's your primary. You shouldn't be using a book to boost it up.
No, you shouldn't.
Austin scored a 70. The next setup was submitted by Kevin.
Is that a genie lamp on the desk? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good old genie lamp right there.
How does he get to the bed? Because it looks like he's got to like do hurdles or something.
Yeah, he's got that big piece of furniture covering it.
I don't get it. And how do you get that picture? Was he like trapped back there for a couple of days?
Yeah, honestly, the layout of everything is pretty confusing and not my favorite.
Well, what I would do is I'd rub that genie lamp and get 3 wishes. And basically say, hey, listen, let's do my setup over. Give me a path to my bed.
Yeah, things that normal people always ask for. Can I get a path to my bed? Because he obviously didn't think that whole thing through. Kevin scored a 72. The next setup was submitted by Peter.
Listen, I know that desk is from IKEA. There's no way that a full-grown man can sit at that desk.
Yeah, well, here's the best thing. Look at the bottom right corner. That's like his little pampering section.
Well, that's okay. I mean, if that's what he's into. Some guys are into energy drinks. Some guys are into like, superheroes. But this guy's into pampering himself.
Okay. If he plays a semi-decent song...
Holy crap, that's subwoofer.
Yeah. And, like, not only that, just the speakers in general, you'll just knock all those figures off your desk. You know how often he probably has to put them back up there? Peter scored 54. The next setup was submitted by Ricky. Yeah, so cable management, obviously with a desk like this, it's super easy to do. Very, very nice and clean. Those kind of carpets, I'm not a big fan of those kind of carpets. In terms of it being like an actual setup, it's very usable, very nice for what he uses it for. You know, great peripherals, everything's really nice and usable. So in terms of that, it's perfect. He definitely nailed the setup part of it. The room itself is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, nice entertainment setup. He really filled the wall with a lot of stuff, which I know some people are saying that it's a lot. It's a little too much.
That's all right.
Yeah, but if he likes it, I think that's all that matters. Ricky scored an 88. The final setup was submitted by Josh. Wire management, it's managed.
Yes.
You know, and you like that.
I do like that. Now you can see what he did. It just looks like it's too tight. Why is the subwoofer behind the computer?
I don't know. Tons of boxes, and I'm not saying it's weird because of the boxes, but like, you know, clean that up. The boxes I don't think should be there.
I think you should plug a couple more things into that outlet. When he turns something on in his room, do the lights dim in the house?
Yeah, probably.
Are those monitors on a shelf?
Yeah, it's just like, it looks like they're just standing on a shelf. Yeah, it's very odd. They're not like centered at all. The left display looks really hard to use. Really the whole usability side I think is a little bit difficult to wrap my head around.
How about this? Take everything out of the room, okay? Gut the room. No desk, no nothing. Then go in and decide, measure out how far, where you're putting the cables, where everything's going, and put it back accordingly.
Josh scored 76. Adam walked away with first place, getting a 92. Thanks for watching the Pimp My Setup highlights for episode number 115.